everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Happy Hot Home. Today I am sharing with you a recipe that my family absolutely loves and they are always asking me to make. I put this recipe on my blog a while back and it's actually very popular, and it comes up pretty high in Google searches, so I thought I would do a video of it for my YouTube friends in case you would like to make some fabulous jumbo lump crab cakes yourself and you want a super easy recipe. It's not hard at all to do. It's really just about the ingredients, good ingredients. So if any of you are picky like me, what makes a really good crab cake? When I go out to restaurants, there are only 2 or 3 restaurants I'll actually buy a crab cake from because I've tasted them before and I know they use the best quality ingredients, are using jumbo lump crab meat. Not the back fin, not putting a lot of filler in, but using very good, high quality jumbo lump crab meat. That is what is going to make your cake fabulous. When you go into restaurants and there's a lot of filler, they put a lot of breadcrumbs in and it's mixed with back fin, and they're usually not very expensive, and you kind of know how much you pay on what kind of crab cake you're going to get. But you know, those are usually lower quality crab cakes because the ingredients aren't as good. So when I make mine at home, I do like to use the best ingredients. So I start off making them with, I'm going to use 2 bowls. I'm going to mix kind of like some of the wetter ingredients and then the breadcrumbs and the crab meat separately, and then combine them. So very basic ingredients, very easy. I'm using mayonnaise, Dijon mustard, an egg, Worcestershire, panko beans, panko breadcrumbs, salt and pepper. And an optional ingredient is Old Bay seasoning. Some people love Old Bay in their crab cakes, others just prefer the very clean taste of the crab cake and don't want to overpower it with Old Bay. I actually like mine like that. But Old Bay is optional. You don't have to put it in there. Okay, so I started off with the mayonnaise. I have my mayonnaise in the bowl, 1/3 cup of mayonnaise, and I am going to put 1 large egg. Mix 1 large egg in with the mayonnaise. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, and I like to use Grey Poupon. Many of you know I'm the daughter of a French chef, so there was never a time where we didn't have Grey Poupon in the kitchen. So I don't know if a lot of you remember the old Grey Poupon commercials, but they were very popular back in the day. So for Dijon mustard, I like to use Grey Poupon. All right, so I'm going to mix the Grey Poupon in with my wet ingredients. And 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire. Shake it up a little bit. Okay, I have 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire and half a teaspoon of hot sauce. And I do like Frank's hot sauce. So I'm going to shake it up a little bit, half a teaspoon to a teaspoon, depending how hot you like it. So stick a little bit extra in there. Freshly ground pepper, which is freshly ground, just a little bit, a couple spins. And a little bit of salt. Mix the ingredients up really well. Bentley's over here watching me. So you get a nice creamy consistency. Nice creamy yellow consistency. And I will add a little bit of Old Bay because I think my family does like it. So I'll probably put in half a teaspoon. With maybe a little bit extra. Smells so good. Reminds me of hard shell crabs. I usually like to, in the summer, sit outside and have hard shell crabs. That's what it reminds me of. Okay, so this looks fabulous. It's got a little bit of pepper in it, has a really nice consistency, nice color to it. That is the mix. And I have my breadcrumbs right here, and I am going to mix in my crab meat with it. So in terms of crab meat, there are different types. Even within the jumbo lump crab meat, there are different types you can buy. There is premium and there's regular. So I have noticed that. So when we are able to find the premium, we do get the premium. But one thing I do want to mention is sometimes there's some water packed in with it. And if you just take the crab meat and you dump it into your bowl, you may get a lot of the crab water mixing in with your breadcrumbs, which is going to ruin your crab cakes because then they're going to be too wet and they're not going to stick together. So I suggest that if you can, you just try to drain any type of water that may be sitting in the bottom. Some have more than others. Here I'm only getting maybe half a teaspoon out, but even with that, I don't want that half a teaspoon in with my crab cakes. So I'm just gonna let it drain a little bit. So I am getting just the jumbo lump and none of the excess liquid that comes with it. Okay, so that's good. And I'm gonna mix this in with 3/4 cup of breadcrumbs. And for the breadcrumbs, I just used the Japanese style panko breadcrumbs from Harris Teeter. They're really good. And this looks yummy. Look at that, looks delicious. So I'm gonna mix that together. Guess my bowl could have been a little bit bigger to mix them together. And I start with 1 pound of crab meat. This almost seems to be a little bit more than a pound, but. And 1 pound makes 8 crab cakes. So I am gonna put this into a little bit bigger bowl, so that'll be a little bit easier to mix. And it looks fabulous. So you want the breadcrumbs to stick to the crab meat. That's why we're doing it separately. And then we're gonna mix the sauce on top of it. And it's really that easy. It's not difficult at all. Anybody can do it. If you're a beginner, you're really picky about your crab cakes, make them at home. You know what you're getting, you know the ingredients that are in it, and you will love them. Okay, so I think this is mixed together nicely, the crab meat with the breadcrumbs. And now I'm gonna put my wet ingredients and mix it in with the crab cakes. And I'm going to form it into 8 crab cakes, which are roughly about 1/4 to 1/3 pound each. And then I am going to fry them up. got some rice cooking in the background. I am making this for lunch. My daughter loves crab cakes and she's been asking me to make them for quite a while now. But I wanted to do a video to show you all how I make them, if you would be interested. There are a lot of crab cake connoisseurs out there. Okay, this looks great. Another tip, you can, if you want, when you form them into crab cakes, put them in the refrigerator for half an hour or so. It helps them stick together a little bit more. If not, it's fine. It's okay. Don't need to do that. So I'm going to start forming my crab cakes. And just so I roughly get the same amount in each, I like to use 1/4 cup measuring scoop and just kind of pick up a fourth with clean hands. I did wash my hands before I did this. And that means that my rice is ready. Just turn that off there. Turn off the heat. And I am going to make 8 of these crab cakes. 2. I have other cooking videos that I'd like to mention for you out there. I have some baking videos. I think what else I put out there. I have a fabulous amaretto cake video out there. That's also popular. That's on my blog. So I'm sharing some of my most popular blog recipes. And this crab cake is one of them. So I did want to put it in a video form to share with you all. Okay, so we've got 5 crab cakes. 6. 7. And 8. I'll show you what they look like. Have a little bit left, so I like to disperse it. If some crab cakes are a little smaller, this guy looks to be a little smaller, so I'm going to add a little bit more crab meat to him. Make sure I use everything, because this crab meat is expensive. We usually get our crab meat. A great place to get crab meat is at Costco. So I think you're going to get the best value there. Just rinse off my hands, show you what these look like. I will cook them up and then I will be back to show you what they look like. So here we go. We have 8 beautifully formed round crab cakes. I am going to cook them on medium heat in a few tablespoons of olive oil, about 4 minutes on each side, and they will be perfectly golden brown. And I'll be back to show you. Just wanted to show you all how beautifully the crab cakes are cooking up. I did 4 minutes on one side. They have a beautiful golden brown to them. And I flipped them over, and now I'm doing 4 minutes on this side at medium to high heat, a little bit above medium. And they are looking just fabulous. Okay, so the crab cakes are all cooked. They look absolutely fabulous, golden brown on each side, and they look amazing. I think if you try this recipe, you will love it as much as my family and I do. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, check out my other cooking videos because there are some other fabulous recipes on there, and I will see you next time.